ran away on the 22nd of March last from his master, Mr. John Whitford of North Kingstown, a mulatto man-servant named Hebert, about 16 years of age, pretty tall and square-shouldered, of a surly look. His hair something curled, that means somewhat curled, and has a scar on one of his knees. Had on when he went away an old felt hat, 2 lightish brown homespun jackets, a flannel shirt, homespun woolen breeches of a mixed color, and an old pair of shoes. Whoever shall apprehend said runaway and convey him to his said master in North Kingstown shall have £5 reward and all necessary charges paid. Newport, April 13th, 1731. When we look at an advertisement like this, what we need to do is read 2 kinds of things in it. What does it mean on the surface? But then we can also read a lot of subtle implications in it that tell us a great deal about slavery. In 1731, in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, a man is being described as mulatto. So we know this is a mixed race person. We might suspect, we don't know this, but this is how historians draw information from primary documents. We also might conjecture that the scar on one of his knees might be from some sort of either heavy work or ill treatment. Now, you can't really conclude that from one of these, but I have seen a lot of these advertisements, and the incidence of scarring causes one to think that these are people who are receiving ill treatment. However, they're also people who are doing very hard work. We would suspect from the scar that this is not a house slave. And what would further suggest that is the clothing he had on when he ran away. Here, this person has 1 hat, 2 homespun jackets. It's cold in North Kingstown. It's cold in Rhode Island. So it would be logical that a field slave might have 2 jackets, that he might wear one over the other. What do we know about personality here? Of a surly look. There are several possibilities here. A, this is a disgruntled slave who runs around with a surly look. He's run away, after all. He's clearly not happy. We can also imagine that slave personality, as it appears in advertisements, is in the eye of the beholder, is constructed by the slave owner. Okay? So we can speculate on the set of relations between a master and a slave that caused this slave to run away. £5 reward in 1731, that's quite a lot of money. This is a valuable slave. And what also tells us he's a valuable slave, just logically, he's a slave for life, and he's only 16 years old. So he's not even at the peak of his ability yet. So we can argue that his value is partly in reckoning how long the slave owner is going to have his labor should he get him back, okay? So that's a high reward. When you see other documents of this kind, you need to think about the ways in which what the person who places the ad is saying very often tell us as much about the person placing the ad as they do about the person being advertised for.